Good morning. Today is day 33 of my journey, and I appreciate you riding along with me on this. This journey actually is getting to be more and more interesting as we move along because now I've got some dates for everything. On Thursday this week, I have a day of education where I meet the pharmacist, and then also I'll be hearing more about the chemotherapy sessions and what to expect, et cetera, et cetera. So that will be very interesting and thought-provoking, I am sure. Next week, I have on Wednesday, I have the port is going to go in, which is done. I will be anesthetized to have that done. It will be done on my right side. And so all blood draws and everything else will be done through the port, which I'm really glad for because I basically only have the one arm because when they took the sentinel lymph node when I had the breast cancer, my left arm, it cannot be used for things like blood pressure cuffs, blood draws, et cetera, because at any time, even though it's 16 years later, there's a possibility that you could have edema. And that can be quite debilitating, actually. So I've always had to use my right arm, and that poor little vein has really been abused. Let's put it that way. So I will be glad to have that port put in. And then on Friday next week, I meet with the radiation technicians one last time. They want to make sure that my tattoos are lined up exactly where they want the radiation to be, and that will be that. So that's the beginning. And then on June 16th, which is a Monday, I start my chemo radiation. So that will be the beginning, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that all goes well. And it's pretty easy for me. The doctors seem to think so. And I'm really hoping so that will happen. One of the reasons I wanted to explain, I said yesterday that when they do the radiation, it's going to be this whole left side that might have dry skin, if not burns, and also in the back. And the reason for that is because I not only have the left side and a bilateral because so it's two different areas kind of, and because of this lymph node that has cancer in it, and also the lymph nodes in the middle of my chest that have cancer. So it's a pretty big area. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just, I'm just praying that all goes easy for me. And if it doesn't, that I can take a breath and I can make it through. And I guess that's the important thing. I've got a couple of fun things for you today. Actually, today, one of my great-granddaughters, who is 6, she's on the competition team for gymnastics, and she earned the right to go to the nationals, and so she's in Virginia Beach right now, and she is performing this morning. So I'm kind of anxious to get the videos of her performances. It's always exciting to see her and how she does, and it's interesting because these kids work really hard and they don't even know they're working hard because they just love it so much. And I think they really show us something beautiful that can happen out of just loving something so much that you just want to do it forever, So anyway, the other thing I wanted to show you was a little gift that I got for my granddaughter. And this is what it looks like. It's Concord grape Welch's. It's a box of juice, right, that originally. So you unscrew this lid, and I love it because it appears as though, I know it's not, but it appears as though that there's grape juice left, like you've poured out of there and it's grape juice left. And you open it up, and I suppose you could use this as a coin purse, but it's really a card case. So this is what it looks like, and it's got little, you probably can't see it, but it's got little hints of grape juice in there. And I just get such a laugh out of this when when I got this from my granddaughter. But of course, you got to remember, this is the girl that she has an Oreo cookie purse. I think she's got one of those, and she also has a fortune cookie purse. So so she's just likes a lot of fun things, like her grandmother, I guess. Anyway, and the other thing I should have mentioned yesterday, and I didn't. Fathers are such a big deal for their children, and I don't know sometimes if they realize how important they are. And so anyway, we had an encore performance at the pool side on Saturday night with our great-granddaughter and her dad. And what happened was they laid down towels, and they started out their performance just like, so dad laid down and his little girl laid down, and they got ready and they started singing, and they stood up and they did all this dance steps together, and it was so freaking adorable. It just brought tears to your eyes, because isn't that the way life should be, where this child is so loved and so cared about, and it's very precious. Anyway, I want to leave you with this thought. I hope you're still thinking about all those questions I gave you yesterday. I know I am. But this one I wanted to read to you, and it's about a mother, but if you're a dad, just change the words. If you're a grandfather, just change the words. If you're a grandmother, just change the words, okay? I will read this. I'd like you to just sit back, relax, close your eyes, and enjoy this. When I dream of my mother, I dream of her soft, beautiful voice, how she would hum or sing to me as she held me in her arms. She would stroke my hair, tell me what a good girl I was and how much she loved me. It was there, in her arms, that I felt secure, comforted, loved, and beautiful. Her undying love for me is burned into my memory, into the very fiber of my being. She always made me feel special and different from everyone else. Her love is what taught me to be a good person, a good wife, a good daughter, a good friend, and a good mother. It is because of her love and support that I have not failed. In turn, my children learned how to love unconditionally and without judgment. In turn, generations to come also will not fail because of her love that she continues to show me each day and every day. This love can never be taken away, never fade, and it never dies. I love that. Anyway, you have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.